What's up, Arizona? It's your girl, AZ Shan, coming at you live from South Phoenix. I'm going to give you the rundown of events happening here in Phoenix, but definitely stay tuned for more information about events and topics happening in both Arizona and in the media today. Later on this week, I'll be joined by my co-host, Dre Chili, for those topics and discussions. But for now, let's start with the events happening for this week and next week in Phoenix. So I just want to start out by saying that this evening there was an event that was supposed to happen at the Marquee Theater. A rapper by the name of Nipsey Hussle was performing, but that event has since been canceled. So if you bought tickets for that event, contact the Marquee Theater for your money back. Okay, so, but if you didn't buy tickets for that event, there's still events happening this evening here in Phoenix. So, first up, at the Van Buren here in town, Ziggy Marley will be performing at 8 p.m. Ziggy is Bob Marley's son. If you're not familiar with him, he's a reggae artist, so check him out at the Van Buren. The Van Buren's address is 401 West Van Buren Street here in Phoenix. Also happening tonight and every Wednesday really here in Phoenix, at Club Downtown, they have what they call Poetic Soul Night. So on Poetic Soul Night, a bunch of different artists get together, local artists, local talent get together and showcase their music abilities, their poetry abilities, and that's happening again at Club Downtown. The doors open at 9 p.m. and the address for that event is 702 North Central Avenue here in Phoenix. I'll provide the link to that event in the Facebook page, along with the link to the description below. So on Thursday, 6/21, at High Side Bar at 8 p.m., there will be a karaoke event happening. The High Side Bar address is 9521 North 7th Street here in Phoenix. Also happening Thursday, 6/21, at Shars Has the Blues, artist by the name of Lady J will be performing, and I believe that the doors open at 10 p.m. Shars Has the Blues is the name of the location of the event, and that's at 4631 7th Avenue. And that event is pretty cool. I've gone to Shars Has the Blues a couple of times and listened to Lady J sing, and she's got a very great voice, very like if you're into R&B or blues type of music, or even like old school type of music, check her out. She has an amazing voice. Again, that's this Thursday at Shars Has the Blues. On Friday, 6/22, at Skateland Mesa at 10:30 p.m., there's going to be a skate party happening. It's called the Grown and Sexy Midwest Down South Skate Party. So if you're into Chicago style skating and whatnot, and even the skating, the southern style of skating, check that out. The address for Skateland Mesa is 7 East Southern Avenue in Mesa. Okay, so also from Friday until Sunday, so from 6/22 to 6/24, Monique, the comedian Monique, will be performing at Stand Up Live. The doors open at 8 p.m. The address for Stand Up Live is 50 West Jefferson Street, Phoenix, Arizona. So check that out if you're into comedy. If you like Monique, I'm probably going to be there. So I'll let you guys know what the tickets cost later on in the week. Okay, so let's see. At the Crescent Ballroom on Sunday, 6/24, they're going to be having a 90s night, and that starts at 10 p.m. The Crescent Ballroom's address is 308 North 2nd Avenue in Phoenix. Also happening on Sunday, 6/24, at the Oc Chin Pavilion. Chris Brown will be performing with Rich the Kid. The doors open at 7 p.m. And the address for the Oc Chin Pavilion, I can never figure out how to pronounce that. The address for that is 2121 North 83rd Avenue in Phoenix. So check that event out if you like Chris Brown. Let's see. So Monday, 6/25, at the Arizona Department of Education. This is a really important event to support, even if you can't come out. I say, try to rally people that might be able to go. Red for Ed will be having a board meeting at the Arizona Department of Education, and they're going to be deciding basically for all the teachers that were part of the protest, what they're going to do with those teachers that protested. So if you want to support the teachers, come to that event or rally to help with that event. It starts at 9 a.m. The address for that is, one moment please, is 1535 West Jefferson Street. Okay? Another event that's happening that following week, on 6/26, which is on a Tuesday, Janelle Monáe will be performing at Comerica Theater. The doors will open at 7:30 p.m. The address for Comerica Theater is 400 West Washington Street in Phoenix. And I definitely want to check out that event. I have never been to a Janelle Monáe concert, so I'm hoping I can find some pretty good tickets. I'll let you guys know what those tickets cost later on in the week. Another thing I want to try to do is try to get live streaming. So we'll start live streaming some of these events that we are posting on our Facebook and our YouTube channel, so that you guys can get a glimpse of what it's like to be at some of these concerts and events. So that's happening on Tuesday. Janelle Monáe will be here. Wednesday, again, Wednesday 6/27, Poetic Soul will be happening at Club Downtown, and doors open at 9 p.m. Club Downtown's address is 702 North Central Avenue in Phoenix. Okay, and then on Friday, 6/29, Preacher Lawson is a comedian. He'll be performing at Stand Up Live. Actually, he'll be here for 3 days, so he'll be here from Thursday, 6/28 until Saturday, 6:30 at Stand Up Live. And the address for Stand Up Live is 50 West Jefferson Street here in Phoenix. So that's all the events happening for this week and next week here in Phoenix. Now let's get to the events happening in Tucson. Okay, one moment. So for tonight at Casa Film Bar, starting at 5 p.m., there will be a game night happening. The address for Casa Film Bar is 2913 East Speedway Boulevard in Tucson. So check that out if you're into game nights and all that good stuff. So then on Thursday, 6/21, at Revel Bar, basically downtown, starting at 5 p.m., there will be a wine tasting. The address for Revel is 416 East 9th Street in Tucson. So check that out. And on Friday, 6/22, Chicago Bar will be having a karaoke party, and that starts at 9 p.m. And Chicago Bar is a pretty popular bar for African Americans in Tucson. If you're not familiar with that bar, check it out. If you're in the Phoenix area, a similar type of bar that a lot of black folks like to check out is Michael's Cafe. It's a little bit more upscale than the Chicago Bar. I just got to say that right now. So if you're in the Phoenix area, if you're visiting the Phoenix area, that's another bar that's pretty popular here. It's the Michael's Cafe. But in Tucson, Chicago Bar is pretty popular, and they have events every week for the African American community. So again, they're going to be having a karaoke party on Friday, and that's at 9 p.m. Okay, so the Tucson Convention Center on Saturday, 6/23, will be having the 15th annual Freestyle Explosion. I looked into that event, and basically it's going to be a bunch of different artists, some that are blues artists, some R&B artists, some jazz artists, and even I think some like bluegrass artists are going to be performing. And that starts at 8 p.m. Again, that's at the Tucson Convention Center. The address for the Tucson Convention Center is 260 South Church Avenue in Tucson. Chicago Bar will be having a Reggae in the Desert event happening at 9 p.m. on Sunday, 6/24. Again, the address for Chicago Bar is 5954 East Speedway Boulevard. Then there will be a farmer's market happening at the Relito Park on Monday, 6/25. At 1 p.m. and that's happening at the Relito Racetrack. The Relito Racetrack's address is 4502 North 1st Avenue in Tucson. That same evening, there will be a social run walk happening at Maynard's Market at 5 p.m. So it's a great opportunity to get some exercise in and socialize with other people here in town. The address for Maynard's Market is 400 North Toole Avenue. And again, that starts at 5 p.m. Then on Tuesday, 6/26, at Club Congress, artist by the name of Fantastic Negrito will be performing at Club Congress at 7:30 p.m. The artist is kind of like a R&B blues singer. So check him out if you're interested in learning more information about that. And again, that's on 6/26 at 7:30 at Club Congress. The address for that is 311 East Congress Street. Once again, Chicago Bar will have a karaoke night happening that Thursday, 6/28, and that starts at 9 p.m. Okay, and so the last event that I found that's happening in Tucson is taking place at the Rialto Theater on Thursday, 6/28, at 8:30 p.m. An artist by the name of Breeze Hammond will be performing. He's a reggae artist, so if you're interested in checking that out, again, that's going to be at the Rialto Theater. Breeze Hammond, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, will be performing, and the address for the Rialto Theater is 318 East Congress Street in Tucson. So that's the list of events happening in both Phoenix and Tucson for both this week and next week. Stay tuned where I will be giving more event details and whatnot for more events happening the following week. But I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll have a picture of all this information on the Facebook page as well, so that you guys can look into this with more detail. Thanks again, and have a great week.